Now, ever since my last video discussing the Roblox versus Schlep situation, the drama has gotten so much bigger and incrementally worse, with Roblox not only banning anything to do with Schlep, including Schlep tribute games and items, but with Roblox also issuing a terrible response, David Baszucki, the CEO of Roblox, being revealed to have ties with extremely bad individuals, massive YouTubers coming out to voice their support for Schlep, a US congressman getting involved, countries now banning Roblox, and now with Roblox being proven to not care about user safety in their own statement, literally self-reporting. So make sure to leave a like and subscribe and help this video reach more people if you agree that Roblox is currently one of the most corrupt and evil corporations. Because what is about to be uncovered in this video about David Baszucki's connections is horrible, and what is going to be discussed in this video may make me the target of Roblox next. So as of the past few days, many large articles have been made talking about the absurdity of how Schlep was permanently banned off of Roblox and threatened with a lawsuit merely due to his catching series. As a result, Roblox's stock has continued to plunge and nosedive, and Roblox is getting horrifically clowned on in every one of their posts. However, Roblox itself has become even more malicious. Shirts made in solidarity with Schlep, as well as games commemorating his accounts, have been completely banned and wiped off the platform in a drastic attempt of Roblox trying to stamp out any dissent and to wipe anything supporting Schlep off of their site because they hate him. Massive YouTubers such as Creecraft have even come out voicing how they may boycott the Roblox developer convention, with others suggesting that #FreeSchlep should be chanted at the venue. YouTubers such as CubeInc and even Flamingo have voiced their support for Schlep despite them being star creators too, showing how despite the hold Roblox may have on them, constraining them on what they can and cannot say, because of how morally egregious the situation has become, they are simply just not afraid in this circumstance to stand against the platform openly. What is also very important to highlight was that Roblox essentially responded to this entire situation in a media article. They are seen stating that vigilante groups, basically referring to Schlep, only do catching for profit motives, basically completely lying about Schlep and smearing his name and claiming he only did this all for money, while even having the audacity of following up by claiming that Schlep failed to provide Roblox with information to take necessary action against. This, however, was immediately debunked by Schlep himself after he showed excerpts of his video discussing how he, on numerous occasions, attempted to consult Roblox about the that they have caught and got incarcerated, but Roblox simply never responded. Only until they made a large deal publicly did they eventually respond and sometimes ban the accounts. This shows an egregious lack of action on Roblox's side.
We have been asking Roblox for an internal contact for almost a year.
We now have 4 arrests tied to our investigations.
We've offered to handle things privately and quietly and professionally behind the scenes. We don't have to do that in any way, but we're doing it so stuff like this does not happen. But Roblox, they ignore us. They don't care, only until we go public.
This proves as well that Roblox is a complete joke and will lie to whatever ends possible in order to justify such an egregious banning and silencing incident. Schlep had even uncovered something inherently nefarious that a Roblox administrator themselves had stated in a lawsuit, which was absolutely insane. Basically, this Roblox administrator states verbatim that, quote-unquote, you have to make a decision, right? You can keep your players safe, but then it would be less of them on the platform, or you can just let them do whatever they want to do, and then the numbers all look good and the investors will be happy. As others have stated, essentially Roblox just said the quiet part out loud. They are willing to throw the safety of their entire player base of predominantly children under the bus if that means that they can guarantee larger amounts of active users, which will please investors so they can continue to financially prosper. This is Roblox stating themselves in their own words that they couldn't care less about user safety and they couldn't give a fuck about it. So for these same people to now screw over Schlep, threaten him with litigation if he ever returns to the platform, ruin his stream of revenue to pay for rent, and then justify all of this by claiming that he should have consulted them in private is even a larger slap in the face. Roblox is only pretending to care now, but it's not working on anyone anymore. No one's believing these PR statements. And do you know when I highlighted that Roblox's stock is crashing currently? Well, Hoffman, the chief safety officer of Roblox, as highlighted by Guamgo, sold almost $1 million worth of shares very coincidentally before Schlep was wiped from the Roblox platform, which is very odd because it seems as if he might have known that banning Schlep would have caused pandemonium for the platform and would cause the public image they have to deplete even more, and of course then cause the stock to crash. Jandel highlighted that this sale was submitted many months ago in advance, being November 2024, but Ruben Sim is then seen stating in Twitter reply that the timing is even more extraordinary, as immediately after the sale took place, Schlep gets banned only later on August. Perhaps Hoffman would like to explain why Schlep was not banned before he sold his shares. Posts have even been getting extremely popular on Twitter, detailing how Qatar has just banned Roblox presumably after the huge fiasco that has just transpired, and now a US congressman has reached out to both Creecraft and Schlep about user safety on Roblox too.
Hello everyone, the name's Cormanx, and we'll be going over some recent information that has transpired as of the making of this video. So Roblox released an official statement on their website, further attempting to justify their decision to remove vigilante groups. And as expected, many big Twitter accounts, including the popular Roblox YouTuber Flamingo, called out how horrible Roblox's response actually was, many of which stating that Roblox prioritizes money and numbers and keeps their investors happy, which is also what was mentioned in a statement by a former Roblox admin in the aforementioned lawsuit. A popular catcher known as Alex Rosen, who operates a poachers channel, calls out how disingenuous Roblox's response is, pointing out how catching is not easily achievable through solely casual conversations, and how reporting such behavior gets no one in trouble, which is a common theme that still persists to this day. This response Roblox made would be broken down by Schlep even more when Schlep points out how Roblox compares vigilantes like himself to actual because they quote-unquote often impersonate him. That's like getting 6 arrested, and now all of a sudden Roblox thinks you're somehow yourself. It really goes to show how much of an outrageous statement it actually is. Schlep also pushes back on Matt Kaufman's narrative that because decoys aren't real children, they somehow wouldn't be safety issues, by clarifying that it is inappropriate behavior for to try to meet up with who they think is a for purposes, regardless of whether it's a decoy or not. Lastly, Schlep brings up how Roblox boasts about their Trusted Flagger program as if it has ever been any useful, and despite Schlep asking for a direct line for nearly a year, Roblox has never contacted him or offered him any access to the program, further reinforcing the fact that Roblox simply doesn't intend to meaningfully collaborate with the people actually getting arrested. Even Creecraft posted a video that counters Roblox's persistent claim that they take reports of bad actors and inappropriate behavior seriously by making a new account and joining Meep City, which is well known for what you see here. And within 10 seconds of joining a server, he already finds a very inappropriate avatar that should never be seen by children under any circumstances whatsoever. So the bottom line with all of this is the fact that this post Roblox made is nothing more than a PR damage control case than a real safety plan, and once again highlights a persistent pattern of not being able to take proper accountability when necessary. So with that being said, I'll hand it back over to Parlo.
But it gets so much worse for Roblox and the CEO David Baszucki, so let's get into it. Now allow me to introduce you to Henry Kissinger. He was the Secretary of State for the US from 1973 to 1977 and was directly responsible for millions of Kissinger backed the of 300,000 Bangladeshis in 1970. Kissinger backed the of Chile named Augusto Pinochet, who imprisoned tens of thousands of people and was responsible for 3,000 people going missing. Kissinger backed the illegal Turkish invasion of Cyprus, which led to thousands of people. And Kissinger also backed the Indonesian Suharto and encouraged him to invade East Timor people with US military equipment, while also most egregiously encouraging the of Cambodia, which led to hundreds of thousands of people. This guy was pure evil, and Henry Kissinger was even the Secretary of State for the US when the State Department destroyed a client list of thousands of high-level individuals involved in a massive ring operated by a man named John D. Norman that bore very peculiar similarities to the situation surrounding Epstein. What is even more interesting to highlight was that Kissinger's information was in Jeffrey Epstein's Black Book, and I bring this up because Henry Kissinger had very close ties with the Paley Center for Media, being seen numerous times attending events from it and even having a room called the Kissinger Global Conference Room. That's how deeply integrated this man was with the Paley Center for Media. And the crazy thing about all of this is that David Baszucki is one of the many elite members who are associated with all of this, with him being a trustee. Now, the Paley Center for Media itself on its own website states that it has quote-unquote unmatched convening power and offers unequaled access to top media industry CEOs, world dignitaries, and global thought leaders through its esteemed membership community and respected programs. Despite presenting itself as a center for solely media, past members of the US government are also present and a part of it, such as past Secretary of Defense Robert M. Gates and James A. Baker, the past Secretary of State. And these people have no other media connections other than solely to the Paley Center for Media. Very suspicious. Tony Blair, a known war criminal responsible for hundreds of thousands of in the botched Iraqi invasion based on a complete lie about non-existent weapons of mass destruction, is also a part of the Paley Center for Media, the same Tony Blair who actively associated with Jimmy Savile, one of the most notorious in British history. Now, Virginia Giuffre, one of the first people to publicly accuse Epstein and even accused Prince Andrew of engaging with her when she was a which led to a private $12 million settlement, had even stated she engaged with a former UK Prime Minister, whose name remained redacted. However, conveniently, Tony Blair's information appears in Jeffrey Epstein's Black Book, so that's pretty important to highlight, although I'm not making any distinct claims currently, of course. And despite Virginia Giuffre stating she would never commit, she earlier this year from which is highly unusual. Now, the Paley Center for Media was even founded by William Paley, the CEO of CBS News in the 1950s. CBS News at this time worked with the CIA during Operation Mockingbird, an alleged ploy to manipulate US media for propaganda purposes during the Cold War, which is also extremely interesting to highlight. And to add the cherry on top as well, Diddy was even announced to be a new trustee member of the Paley Center for Media in 2023. So it is very interesting how deep David Baszucki is in all of this, in his affiliation with a very suspicious group of elite individuals, going on from associates or even just straight up war criminals who have literally millions of people. David even attended the US inauguration of Donald Trump, and I think we know how close Trump was to Epstein in the 1990s, with him even calling Epstein a terrific guy, and even in an alleged birthday card given to Epstein on his 50th, stating, "Some enigmas never age, Jeffrey Epstein. Let every day be another wonderful secret," and that's totally not suspicious at all. I think with all these facts collectively considered, Mr. Baszucki needs to do a lot of explaining, and I honestly wouldn't be surprised if they do their best to try and hide this video or slap me with a cease and desist to silence me about all of this. Roblox has shown no effort to rectify their mistakes, and are instead sticking with this terrible decision that is only going to make them look worse and worse as the days pass. This is embarrassing conduct, especially coming from a multi-billion-dollar corporation.
But anyway, for clarification as this video ends, this video is not intended for hate, harassment, or cyberbullying whatsoever. This video is instead intended for educational and informative purposes only, going over the entire situation as a whole in a documentary-style context. I'd also like to clarify that this video is intended for more mature audiences as well, as more mature themes are actively being discussed. So viewer discretion is of course advised. All necessary content has been sufficiently blurred, and this video complies with all of YouTube's community guidelines. And with that all being said, thank you all for watching. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new, and comment your opinions down below about this situation, and join my Discord server to get any updates. My Discord server is discord.gg/Parlo. And with that being said, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Goodbye.
Do 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 do.